meaning he has declared the United States to be a fascist dictatorship. Again, it looks on the surface like the plans for a world fascist government are proceeding smoothly. Fortunately for the rest of the human race, the fascist power grab is really just a sign of desperation. The problem is that almost the entire leadership structure in Washington, D.C. is corrupt and compromised, but people in the Pentagon and the agencies are so used to taking orders that they do not know what to do when their leaders become dysfunctional. For example, there are enough votes in the United States Congress and Senate now to impeach Obama, but the problem is nobody can agree on a replacement. The various corruption investigations against the Obama regime can remove him in the greater architecture of corruption behind the scenes from power, but nobody knows what to do next. The only answer is for the military to set up a temporary government headed by the Joint Chiefs of Staff until the garbage can be removed from Washington, D.C. and Wall Street. The military rightly claim that armies are not good at governing. However, they are good at cleaning up a mess and restoring constitutional order. The United States military also worry about being able to meet the payroll, but the backers of the new financial system have already promised generous financing to ensure a restoration of the United States' economic might, and a gradual transition of the military-industrial complex into something that can be self-supporting and good for the planet. Don't let all this freak you out. 30 years worth of dedicated research into the greatest hidden mysteries of science and of the universe led to the creation of my magnum opus, the encyclopedic The Source Field Investigations, which debuted as a New York Times bestseller in August. In this work, I reveal compelling proof that life on Earth is being guided by a universal consciousness I call the source field, the ultimate author of space, time, matter, energy and biological life. This is no longer a speculative, woo-woo, New Age discussion. It is squarely rooted in a great wealth of scientific facts that have never been fully understood. The universe is not a dead, unthinking and unfeeling void. It is vast, vibrant and full of life, written directly into the quantum level. In this book, I reveal that dozens of ancient cultures around the world were given prophecies about a coming golden age of peace and prosperity. The focal point for when this would come about was the year 2012. Regardless of what else may or may not happen around this time, it is remarkable to see the real-world evidence of this mass international uprising against the powers that were coinciding so neatly with prophecies that are thousands of years old. We are being guided into a glorious future by a universal intelligence. Some people do get it. The source field wants to let you know that it exists. Many people have sent in testimonials about the incredible synchronicities that begin happening in their lives once they find out about this stuff. If you're laughing right now, it's only because you haven't had this happen to you yet. Or, more likely, the confirmations have happened to you, but you simply blow it off. We all grow up in an educational system that demands we be right, and punishes us with bad grades and failure if we are wrong. For this same reason, we all have strong conditioning to avoid shame. Now we have the science to prove that this is not ridiculous nonsense. The case stands perfectly well on its own without the addition of the Fulford/Dragon family/Keenan material, but I see all of this as part of one vast, interconnected tapestry. So many people are living in fear and terror of the future. We now have the science to prove that things are getting better, and in fact they must get better. It's written into the design of the universe, and is a fundamental aspect of what we're now going through. I believe we are being intelligently guided through a planetary awakening at this time, and as we head into 2012, it seems that the public downfall of the old world order will be a key part of that process. Grab your own copy. You can grab your copy of the Source Field Investigations today at Amazon, Barnes & Noble, IndieBound or any bookstore near you, in hardcover, audiobook or ebook form. The online price is still being held below $20 by the publisher as a Christmas special. With this new information I've shared as context, the story becomes even more exciting and extremely cutting edge. Your purchase of these and other products on this site gives us critically needed financing to continue in this campaign to transform the planet. For that, I honor you and I thank you for your support. I would also recommend you check out our previous post, if you haven't already seen it, as in it I released a new 20-minute video with good production value that is chock full of great material on personal growth that can help you in these changing times. A little synchronicity update as of 1:44 a.m. I went back in and reread this whole document, looking for any minor things that needed cleaning up. I found one place where the paragraph spacings needed to be corrected, and I am about to upload it now. Exactly 1777 hits had reached this article already, just since I posted it, and these numbers keep popping out as one of the ways the source field conveys messages. It's not going to convince everyone, but it was interesting, so I thought I'd mention it. Update next morning. Fulford being detained by CIA kind of group in a hotel against his will? Just when you thought the story wasn't dramatic or overwhelming enough, now we have even more to add to it. Fulford was supposed to appear on Mopal JP's popular online show, State Emergency Committee, on December 13th, during the exact same time that this article came out. I had already telegraphed that it was imminent, and tremendous in scope. However, the producers of the show were informed that Fulford was being detained by CIA kind of group in a hotel, against his will. They suspected that his life may be in danger, which could be true, but it is too early to know. Here is a short synopsis of what they said, from one translator. Here is a longer version of the same video, complete with the opening sequence of the show, performed by a different translator. Unfortunately, the CC overlays other text that is already on screen, making it a mess, so just hit the CC button to turn it off, if you want to see the entire 15-minute show, in Japanese without subtitles. Click here. We will not be intimidated. I do not believe Fulford to be the type of person who would lie about this or stage such an event. If anything happens to him, this story will explode into view much faster than it already is. The genie is out of the bottle. You cannot stop this. Stand down and do not harm us. This is not your planet to abuse anymore. Spread the word. Tell everyone you know about the story. Share the link. Write. Blog. Comment. Publicity is protection. Thank you. Official statement from Neil Keenan, 12:07 p.m., December 13, 2011. Dear Mr. Wilcock, I am very concerned for Ben's safety. He has been a friend of mine for 2 years and I see him traveling and risking his life in order to provide his readers with stories. I know more than I tell, but he is a very gentle, concerned person, and he really wants to see the desert screen. I pray that what we are hearing is not happening, and if so, I pray they release him safely. I fear that Benjamin is being held because of his mentioning of holding the Book of Codes and Miklumat. This simply is not true. Not even I have them, but they are in safe hands. DW, all I've seen is low-resolution JPEG images of it that are not even sharp enough to actually make out any of the codes. I will not be releasing them, nor ever plan to. I do not wish to get in trouble. Just to report on a public story. Those named in this suit should be smart enough to know that if they create martyrs, they will have a much more serious problem on their hands. You are being offered a settlement. Take it. So if this is it, please let Benjamin go, so he can return to his rightful position, advising the world of its wrongs. Update Tuesday night/Wednesday, 12:44 a.m. Ben is alive and okay. I just got word from Neil Keenan that he is now on the phone with Ben and he is alive and okay. That is literally all the info I have. The most probable guess I have seen out there right now is that Ben was actually being detained for his own safety against another threat, of which there have been several. More information will be provided as it comes in. Update Tuesday night/Wednesday, 1:05 a.m. Say what? This story just gets stranger and stranger. Fulford told Keenan he just forgot about the show and went off for a happy trip to the mountains with his wife, then came home to sleep. The network apparently was supposed to call and remind him, but forgot. They reached him on the phone at some point, but by that point it was too late. He was too far away and he couldn't go. Ben's side of the story, as he explained it to Keenan, was that the hotel incident story was not accurate, and was totally made up by the network. This may be true, and it may not be true. Keenan doesn't know, and there's no way for any of us to know at this point. Even if the network admits they made it up, we can't prove that is actually a true statement either. Fulford has had strenuous threats lately. Let's be glad that Fulford is alive and well. If he was narco-interrogated and/or threatened and sworn to secrecy, and the network told the truth, that's all the more reason for us to double and redouble our efforts to get this astonishing story out into public view. It's time to take the planet back. This was a very healthy reminder for me of the stakes. I will not rest until humanity is free. Wednesday, December 14th, 8:36 a.m. Kadoin Daikaku says Fulford released after negotiation. Why would Kadoin Daikaku go on television and rather haltingly make this statement? Offering very little information as if he were concerned about saying anything more? Even further, why would a man with such a prestigious, easily provable public position go on a popular program and tell such a blatant lie? Female, we have got some questions about Benjamin Fulford's situation via the internet. Please let us know. Kadoin Daikaku, yesterday, we got information that Benjamin was captured and detained by foreign agents, spies. After the program, I managed to find out his location. He was detained at Roppongi, central Tokyo. After various negotiations at on-site, we have managed to release him. He is safe at his home now. He will attend the next meeting, a mobile program on December 27th, and he will express his opinion, I suppose. This is the only comment from myself. DW. Fulford disappeared for an entire day and on through an overnight to the next day.